impact. Because to me he was a fascinating individual. He preceded John Locke about when he wrote about to the Polish king tractate that you are not ruling because you are a member of a great famous family. You rule because we permit you to rule. Government governs with the consent of the government. I was wondering, did he have an impact at all?
Well, obviously he did. He had enormous impact. That's true. He was not a philosopher. He was not particularly trained in philosophy, and he was extremely good ideologue and surely demagogue. But at the same time, it was a wonderful example of a man who spoke the spirit of a day. So if you look for the natural leaders of the great movement of the fight against the power of the government versus society, he surely was a strong leader in fight today, we would say, for democracy, and as only possible. Beautiful thing which he was very famous of was obviously to say that every Roman lawyer should be slaughtered on a place. After all, reason only when Roman law for him meant the Justinian Code. The law is what emperor makes to be a law. Well, only natural law for him, or above everything else, customary law was for Orzechowski. Well, he's one of those people who obviously participated, and I think that it's not enough stress that building indeed of the political system, whichever way we will call it, of 16th century, was the work indeed of the different nations living in common laws. It was not the work of the one nation. And participation of Rus, particularly Województwo Ruskie and Belskie, is unquestionable there. And indeed, there is a period when people of different religion collaborated, were united by politics much stronger than divided by religion.
And I can add for those, I assume most people know who he is, but he's someone who probably Pope John Paul II doesn't find the most pleasant idea for Ukrainian-Polish relations, because he had a Ukrainian or Ruthenian mother, a Polish noble descent father who was an immigrant, and he was the grandson of a Greek Catholic, or then an Orthodox priest, and decided that when he was a Catholic priest he would like to have a wife, and then fought for this very hard. And one of the theories of why he emphasizes this Roxolan, this I'm a Ruthenian, although we have no textual proof of this, he never says, I should have the right to a wife because after all I'm a Ruthenian, so that we have wives, even though I'm a Roman Catholic priest. But may have been, the reason he's emphasizing it is he was trying to justify, he did live with his wife at the end, and he was trying to get his children recognized as legitimate. And so I think that was one of the reasons he was so interested in emphasizing his Ruthenian.
Yes, I have a question to both, but first maybe I will start with Professor Sisson. And that is the question which was raised already by Professor Kaminsky, namely, why was it so difficult for the Ruthenian elite and it took it 100 years, at least a part of it, until the unrealized conception of the Hadach Treaty, where there was one unit was to be called Wielkopolski Rus. Why was it so difficult to articulate their Ruthenian identity, not so much identity, as the European political program.
I mean, why things don't happen are always hard to say. I mean, I think the two theories that I can think of, one coming from Zelinsky's discussion of the silence of 16th century Ruthenian culture. We have this problem where we know